Welcome to WagerTalk TV. My name is Minty, and joining me today is Ralph, the Statman Michaels, at CalSportsLV on Twitter, and Yanni the Greek at Greek_Gambler on Twitter. This Saturday, we've got the Army versus Navy game. Today's Army versus Navy game is brought to you by the Gold Sheet, the nation's longest-running sports betting publication. The Commander-in-Chief's trophy is in play. Navy's got a great ground game. How is that going to match up against Army, Ralphie?
Well, you're right. Commander-in-Chief is a huge deal. Navy obviously beat Air Force, so if they win, they get it. If Army beats Navy, then everyone's 1-1. Since Army had it last year, they will contain it. And there's times that we overanalyze games, Gianni, and you know that. Well, this game has gone under 13 straight times.
If it ain't
Why?
broke, don't try to fix it.
Yeah, you know, and the total was in the 50s, you know, a while ago, and it came down, and it was 43 2 years ago, 38.5, I think, because of bad weather yesterday. But listen, we both run the ball. The 35, the play clock runs off. You run the ball, the clock's going to keep running. And really, I see no reason to not play that. The Dogs won 7 out of 8. No one has anything to play for besides the Commander-in-Chief trophy. Army's not going to a bowl. The reason, even though this would be 6 wins, they played 2 FCS teams, so they needed to get to 7 wins. Navy knows what bowl they're going to. There's already lines. You can already bet on it. And I do want to mention this. If you like Navy in their bowl game, I would not bet Navy yet, because if there's an injury in this game, you're going to get the worst of it. I would wait, if you like the Navy side, till after this game, make sure there's no injuries, and then bet Navy.
Makes sense.
So just, you know, because the line's not going to move after this game. So that's just a note on next week's game. But to me, it's simple. I like the dog. Navy doesn't care what they win by. The margin doesn't matter. The Commander-in-Chief's trophy, all they care about, a 1-point win is as good as anything against Army.
The under makes perfect sense. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. We opened it at 44. No wonder it's come down. But I like the Navy side, man, and here's why. Here's what I do think they're playing for. Besides, they're the better team, and they've lost them now 3 straight times. And last year was the one year that Army was legitimately better. That's why I think they were like a touchdown favorite in that game. But historically, at least over the last 2 decades, decade plus, it's been Navy who's been dominant, and Army's been getting that cover, but Navy's been beating them. But with that said, it's been 3 years now that Army's won this game. So you got a group of Navy seniors who are this close to never having beaten Army. And you have the personnel to go out there and beat Army. And I think you have the personnel to go out there and beat Army by 2 or 3 touchdowns. I think that's what they're capable of doing, and I don't see Army scoring much against them.
You sound like the Navy commercial. Go Navy,
Go Navy.
beat Army. You know, Gianni, I can agree with that thought process, no question, and I agree with it. Navy, as you said, Army's won the last 3.
That was Marco. Actually, Marco brought up that point, and it was a great point.
Prior to that, Navy won 14 straight. So this was a dominated series. Navy won 14 straight against Army before Army won their last 3. So, yes, seniors, although there are a lot of fifth-year seniors, a lot of guys go to the play in the Peebs.
That's how it works.
So, yeah, but there are a few guys that go straight to freshmen, but it's really the elite couple teams. So go Army, beat Navy.
Ooh,
Go Navy, beat Army.
Yep.
The choice is yours. Thanks, guys. Get the nation's longest-running sports betting publication, The Gold Sheet, for just $9. You'll receive detailed analysis, write-ups, stats, and more on every college and pro game this week. Download The Gold Sheet now at WagerTalk.com or SportsMemo.com.